Hey, how lies? It's Tom for Lions Comics, Toys, and Games. I've got a little bit of everything today. I've got cards back from PSA, I've got graded video games back from Wata, and I've got a Golden Age comic book back from CGC. Um, so all these are kind of smaller orders, so we're gonna just do them all at the same time today. Coming up, December 10th will be our next Facebook Live vintage toy sale. There will be vintage Star Wars, vintage Transformers, um, vintage Thundercats, wrestling toys. I'm trying to think. There's just going to be some great 80s toys. There's some Voltron. And whatever else I can dig up between now and then will all be in the sale coming up Thursday, December 10th, 6 o'clock Central on our Facebook Live page. Make sure to like that page. And then the following week, December 17th, we will be having our next Funko Pop live sale. And there will be some real grails in that one. Several pops over $100, some in the $50 range. It's going to be our end of the year blowout, so there's going to be some really good pops in that sale. So, also like us on Instagram. We put postings up there all the time as well. Make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. And I guess that's it. I am working. I have purchased new equipment, and we're having trouble figuring out how to get it working with the computer, but hopefully it sounds better. I am wearing a lav mic now. I'm actually probably yelling. um, so, so hopefully we can get things going pretty soon, and the page can look much better. Got a few ideas of some possible things we want to try to do in the future as well that are going to be more closer to a podcast type situation. So keep tuning in. I promise it's going to get better and better. Okay, here's the PSA items. I'm going to come around to the camera. First, we have a very nice base set 2 Blastoise. Came back at PSA 8. Pretty happy with that grade. Then we have a Dark Charizard from the Rocket set. This one came back a 6. I'm a little disappointed in that because I thought that was much better than that. I think this one does have a swirl though. Here's a Charizard. It came back a 7. And I think, no. And then one of the more common first editions, which is kind of odd to see, but it is the most common one, the Machamp first edition holo. It came back an 8, which is a nice score. But unfortunately, it's just not that valuable of a card. I get excited every time I get a first edition, but unfortunately, I keep getting Machamps. The Blastoise, I'm going back to it because there is a swirl in the corner there. I imagine you'll have trouble seeing it, picking it up on the camera, but there is a swirl on this one. So, Pokemon has cooled off in the last month. It was red hot at the beginning of November. By the end of November, it had kind of nosedived. But I'm still in the money on all those, so I'll do just fine. And they're pretty desirable cards overall. I mean, you got Charizard, you got a Dark Charizard, you got Blastoise, so can't really complain. This is the first time I've gotten anything back from Wata. I was fortunate enough to have a couple of sealed video games come in, so I thought, why not send them off? This is a very hot collectible, as a lot of you know. Sealed video games are just going through the roof. So I thought, why not send them off and see what happens? First, I've got Forsaken for the Nintendo 64. Not the most desirable game, but it is a sealed N64 game from what, they don't put the year up, but I think it's 1998. So, you know, it's pretty hard to come across these games in any condition. This one came back at 9.0 with an A rating. So, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to put on this yet, but still pretty cool. Next, we have, now this one is a desirable game, and I'm pretty happy with the grade. I can see it already. It's Donkey Kong 64, and this particular version comes with the expansion pack. When the game first came out, it required a little bit too much memory, so this one actually came with an expansion pack for you to stick in there. It came back a 9.4 with an A++ rating, so I'm really happy with that, because this should fetch a pretty good price. I have to look at some of the other online auction companies like Heritage and see what they're going for, but this should bring a really nice price. I'm really happy with this, and I'm really happy with the grade too. For the grade to be much higher on that one compared to the Forsaken, I'm really satisfied with that. Last but not least, I've got a great Golden Age book here. This was for a customer. I don't actually own this one, but I thought it'd be fun to show it to you anyway. This guy gets some amazing books who has this, and this one shouldn't disappoint. Wow. So, this is Superman number 2. This is from 1939. Isn't that amazing? And this was actually a regrade. We decided it was a 2.5. We sent it off to my friend Chris Myers at the Comic Book Presser. Check him out, comicbookpresser.com. Excuse me. The owner of this book thought there was a chance that if it got cleaned and pressed, that it would bump up, and it did. It went from a 2.5 to a 3.5. It's really just a pleasure just to hold this book. I'm really excited to see this, and I'm really happy for my customer as well. This came out the fall of 1939, New York's World's Fair Comics. So, another complete book of the astounding adventures of the one and only Superman. Superman number 2. How amazing is that, huh? All right, guys. So I thought that was some pretty cool stuff to show you. A little something from the 90s to back to 1939. Can you believe that? All right. Thanks again for watching. Again, December 10th at 6 o'clock Central on our Facebook Live page. We'll have our next Facebook Live toy sale. On the 17th, we'll have our next Facebook Live pop sale. I'm shooting for January. It might be as late as February before I do my next Facebook Live comic sale, but we'll have plenty of sales coming up starting 2021. Make sure you like our Instagram and Facebook page, and make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps us out a lot. Doesn't hurt to leave comments either, so anything you can do really will help us grow. All right, talk to you guys later. Have a great day.